music, R&B, hip hop, pop,
I still get
reggae, EDM, indie, old school,
side. Check it.
and sports talk.
Right here.
WorldStarHitRadio.com.
Hello from Amsterdam. Hey, this is Jacqueline. I'm calling, well, I'm not calling, but I'm here from with Connecting Atlanta Radio. We are hosted on the WorldStarHitRadio.com. And let's just talk today. This is what we want to do. We have people tuning in. Hey, San Diego. We have people tuning in from all over the place on Periscope. And this is pretty exciting. So looking forward to sharing a little bit of what we have to talk about today. And hey, Germany, what's up? So I don't know how to say hello in German, so I'm glad you can speak English. So, all right. And so I'm going to share a little bit of my book that I've just started writing. Hey, DC. And it's really about business. The book is called The Tale of the Networker. Let me know what you think about that name. But I just wanted to share a little bit about that as well. But like I said earlier, I am a born-again Christian. I use references in regards to how my faith has helped me grow. As a mentor of mine, Alice used to say, separating me from my faith is like separating wet from water. So, grr, rain, I hear you. So, anyhow, growing up as a child, this is really revealing. So, in business, I've been in Atlanta for about 10 years. I moved from South Florida. And it's been an interesting ride. Danny's won New York. What's your question? And so it's just been interesting. It's been an interesting ride. I've had the opportunity where I've almost been homeless here in Georgia. When I was in my early 20s, I was homeless for a little while. Had nowhere to live. I lived out of my car, and really just kind of just fought through. I have a business called Connecting Atlanta where we help companies connect, educate, and expand through business workshops, networking, and I'm just a connector. All right, what's your question? Just go ahead and ask your questions on Periscope. So, but really, so now that I've had the opportunity to really meet some amazing and awesome people in Atlanta, it's been fantastic, just really surrounding ourselves. How is it like to be homeless, and how did you get out of that life situation? That's a great question. It was, hi from Turkey. With the, what am I doing for 17 years? Sorry. Okay, it was interesting. I would say that when I was homeless at my early 20s, it was because of my own life circumstances, and yeah, okay. And so I've had the opportunity, it was really interesting. These questions are starting to distract me. Okay, okay, that's great with your wife. I'm sorry. I'm not here for relationships. I'm here talking about business. But hey, Stone Mountain. So anyhow, let me get back to that question. So what was pretty awesome was I was able to get myself out of it really because I made the decision to do so. I started making different choices in my life. And really then finding a place, and then through that, God got me a much better opportunity in regards to work, and relocated me here to Atlanta. And you have a guy $1. Is that? I don't really know what all that means. Hey, Omar with Making It Magazine. I appreciate that. So we got some silly people on Periscope this evening. But I'm going to go ahead and get into my book a little bit. So anyways, for the first 9 years, my parents were married, and during Christmas break in the 4th grade, they got divorced. So hey, what's up? There's a lot of people out there that have had parents that have gone through divorce. And really, my whole part of me sharing my testimony is really to let people know that you could go through various situations. No, I have no idea how to block the ignorant people. So, really just to share them and let them know it doesn't matter what we go through in our life, that there is an opportunity to be able to overcome from that. And if you have a vision and faith and you just push forward and look to succeed, you definitely can. Would you say your religious beliefs helped you to get out of that situation and believe in a bright future? I would say yes, it did, because having faith is what gave me the strength to move out of those situations and move forward, because as I know, yes, it's internet radio, worldstarhitradio.com. It's really allowed me to be able to have the opportunity to know Philippians 4:13, all things through Christ who strengthens me. So anyhow, so I thought that was pretty awesome. But anyhow, so when I was like, let's see here, let me just go through some of this other stuff. But being in Atlanta for the last 10 years, February 6th will be my 10th year here, and really having the opportunity, I started another company called Clean Free Fund, where we helped companies connect. We helped companies, oh my God, I'm so distracted right now, John. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm used to interviewing other people. It's hard when I'm doing this for myself. So, with Clean Free Fund, we promoted events going on around the city that were free and $5 or less. And then, through that, and through networking and business and so forth, thank you, E. the Beard. I will in a second. Through Connecting Atlanta, then that led me to Connecting Atlanta, because I knew, because I went through joblessness, I went through all types of stuff when I was building that business, and really had to figure out, how do I connect with others that can help me build my company, that can help me mentor me, that can help me really understand how to build a traditional business. I didn't graduate college. I graduated from high school, and I graduated high school when I was living on my own. So so that was pretty awesome. Let's see here. All right, thank you. I was just able to block a user, so thanks for the tip before. All right, so anyhow, do we have any useful questions out there? One of the biggest things I found is when I was building Clean Free Fund is through social media, is you have the opportunity to really, as long as you're connecting with individuals and you are really out there, and I have a blog, I have an online radio show where I network and interview other individuals. I have my website, and I had to learn how to create a website on my own, at least a basic one. There's a lot of websites out there that have easy templates. That way you can at least make sure you have your website presence out there, especially if you don't have this technical skills that you would probably need to be able to get started. So basically, I just knew through all the crap, the bad decisions and mistakes, the Lord's still finding favor over me, and I have no idea why. So yes, I am happy with my life in Atlanta. So I can definitely say that. Someone had asked, when is my book coming out? What is your hardest story to tell? I'd say this one right now, especially with all the people asking me questions, is probably the hardest story. And my book should be coming out this year. So I just started it a few weeks ago, got about 5 chapters, not a week ago actually. It's got 5 chapters down, so now I'm through the editing stage and probably going to add my last chapter in the closing statements. But I just wanted to share a little bit of my testimony. If anyone wanted to hear it, you're welcome to stay tuned in. So it's hard to actually, it's easy to write it and give it to people to read, but it's hard to say. So yes, my book will be available on Amazon. And again, the book will be called The Tale of a Networker. So, and hopefully it will inspire, encourage, and uplift others, and as well as providing value and education to them. So, anyhow, with that, let's go into some of the business stuff. So, as you can see, everything I've been through, which the twists and the turns have been because of I get the inspiration from my life and God, actually. But as you can see, I've been through the twists and the turns has been because of who I am as a person, who I attract, and who I surround myself with. Even though there were times I had no money, no time, and no knowledge, I understood that about myself and made the decision to capitalize on opportunities that came my way. Yes, I did say capitalize, but let's take a step back. Before you can start attracting new opportunities your way, you first have to put out there and be a servant of others. I fully believe we do reap what we sow. If you want more money, sow more money. If you want more time, sow time. If you want your business to grow larger, then sow time into someone else's business, your knowledge and expertise. There's a great poem I found online, an author. It's called Attract What You Expect. And I did a whole story on this, and you can find it on my YouTube page as well. And you can get to my YouTube page through connectingatlanta.net. But attract what you expect, reflect what you desire, become what you respect, mirror what you admire. So let's go ahead and break this down. So when you're saying attract what you expect, so you're saying thoughts you focus on is what you manifest in your life. So if you're focused on positive situations, habits, and life experiences, then you will not draw as much negative in your life. When we focus on the negative, we attract more negative than anything else in our life. So reflect what you admire. Hey, France. So be the person you want to attract in your life. Many times people are wanting to attract certain types of people and situations in their life. However, their habits, personality, and who they are is not attracting that. Be what you desire to have. So if you're trying to attract certain type of people in your life, then you need to develop those types of qualities to attract the type of people you want in your life, because we attract exactly who we are. So become what you respect. We all have had a mentor or someone we've looked up to in life. Anytime I see how people have become successful, I study them, their books, their thought process, how they live their life, and I desire to develop those traits, which will make me a better person and be able to give back like them. That is how you become what you respect. And then mirror what you admire. So you take your habits, what you do on a daily basis, how you treat people, and mirror that after people who are doing positive things you admire and look to be like. So most of all, find great qualities in those you wish to have a life like, make it your own, and always be you. So that's an impactful poem. You can find it online. I don't know who wrote it. It says by unknown on there. So that's really one of the greatest things. And the other thing I'd like to just share is this is one of the other great things that I have in my book, and I've also written it in a blog as well, which is 3 keys to creating the right type of network. Who out here on Periscope or on the radio program or anything like that has had or does have their own business? If you have your own business, say, I have my own business on Periscope. And if you be interested, these are 3 keys to creating the right type of network. So if you've ever wondered what it took to create the right type of network, what it actually takes, how do I contact you for an interview? You can go to my website at connectingatlanta.net and fill out my contact form there and just let me know that you want to be interviewed. That goes directly to me. It doesn't go to anybody else. I check that email. I think I also have my email on my website as well, or you can just email me directly. Hey from Turkey. So 3 keys to creating the right type of network. So one of them is creating positive interpersonal relationships. So interpersonal relationships in a professional environment serve a critical role in the development and maintenance of trust and positive feelings in an organization. Although the quality of interpersonal relationship alone is not enough to produce productivity, it can significantly, it can significantly contribute to it. The most basic unit of wholesome human interaction, either verbal or physical, is acknowledging another person's value. My website is connectingatlanta.net. Hey, Tony from DC. When we learn how to let people know they are valued in both your business and personal life, your relationships will be strengthened in both areas. So here's one thing that I'm going to say, which is interesting about interpersonal relationships. And this is an experience that I've actually went through this past couple of days in corporate America. So one of the great things, or things that is truly needed in corporate America, is communication. So the only way to create positive interpersonal relationships, one of the only ways is to have positive communication in an environment. Not to let the elephant in the room to just sit there, okay? I won't forget, but you got to reach out to me. So having the opportunity to have communication, it really truly is, there was a situation in the office where another person and myself, actually I write about this stuff, Ola and I were don't get along. I didn't like the person, I didn't trust them, and the manager that was on board, instead of addressing the situation, I felt in a professional manner, did basically allowed other things to go ahead and fester and just sit there. So really communication. I felt like if communication would have been there from the beginning, where other people's feelings wouldn't have gotten hurt and so forth, and just let people know, like if you're just direct, in business you can't really wear your feelings on your sleeve. And if you're just direct and let people know, like, look, this is what the situation is, this is why this situation is like this or whatever, just communicate. Really just let people know this is how it is. This is how it is in the work environment. Either people are going to get over it or they're not. So, okay. But now, when you're creating your own business and you own your own business, the other thing is your network is your net worth. So, commandment number 8 in the Hustler's 10 Commandments, book written by Hotep, states, it's not what you know or who you know, it's who knows you. So I feel like truer words have never been spoken. So if you think about it, nothing ever really gets done in business until you have met the right person that can accomplish the task. When you met the right person, they know you, they like who you are as a person, they will believe in you or what you're doing and want to help. And I'm sure you felt like that about other people that you've wanted to help and that you wanted to do business with as well. They will have an emotional, invested interest in you or your project. If you've met the right person but have not created the right have not created the appropriate interpersonal relationship, your network will not grow and your efforts will be lost. Truly developing your interpersonal relationship will grow your network exponentially. There's a great book out there. Hey, Myrtle Beach, there's a great book out there that can help you with this called How to Win Friends and Influence People. I wish there was a way to raise hands on Periscope or wherever, but if once you see this on YouTube, just comment below on some of the things that we've said and really just let people know what you think. If I send you your music, yeah, well, why don't you contact me and then we'll let you know how we can work that out for sending your music, okay? Hey, Kings. The third one is how to make the right connection to move towards your goals. When you combine the right type of relationships with the right connections together and then understanding how to develop the right type of, go to my website, connect me at connectingatlanta.net. Okay, let me start over. I'm not answering any more questions until I finish this. When you combine the right type of relationships with the right connection together and then understanding how to develop the right type of interpersonal relationships, it will take you to the next level in your goals. Having the right types of connections will push you forward in your goals and missions in life. We can accomplish this through networking events, social media, friends who require you to stretch as a person, and just being out in the right times of social environments. Always remember, if someone has more to offer than you, offer them something first. In China, Ganaxi is the way that Chinese describe their social and business relationships built over years. Building Ganaxi over years requires trust and understanding, but also gift giving. Giving gifts or ideas is the quickest way to gain trust and grow a relationship. This allows them to know you value their time. So we'll boo back to you too. So if you know, one of the biggest things is valuing. We all want to know that when we're developing a relationship with someone, whether it is personal or business, then you want to know that that your time is going to be valued and that we're able to value others. So I think that's pretty awesome. My radio show, I've had it, I've been on World Star Hit Radio now for I think about 3 months now, but I was previously on Blog Talk Radio before that and had it on there for a couple of years. So if you want to hear any of my past podcasts on there, it's blogtalkradio.com/connecting-NATL. So anyhow, one of the biggest things is if all social media, are relationships overrated in today's society? No, I don't think so, because how do you expect to grow in business or in personal? So, no, we don't have to pay. Oh, do we have to pay to broadcast? Why don't you just go ahead and email me and contact me through my website at connectingatlanta.net, or check out my email on there, and then we'll let you know what the different options are to getting broadcast on worldstarhitradio.com. So, okay. Well, all right. All right. So we're talking about business relationships here, not personal relationships. If you guys want to check out personal ones, you can check out Marika, and you can find her on Periscope as well, but she is the relationship expert. So in my book, we also talk about what to do with unlimited funds, or with limited funds, actually. We all know what to do with unlimited funds, but what to do with limited funds, how to develop who you want to become. So it's just pretty awesome. Oh, you just joined? Okay. Connectingatlanta.net is my radio station. I don't know what I missed before you said that, so sorry. So anyhow, but it's just pretty exciting. The radio show is awesome. I had the opportunity to work with a friend of mine that has this amazing radio station. So if you guys are looking to be interviewed, if you're in the Atlanta area or if you're outside of Atlanta and you want to come in and get interviewed on any one of the radio stations that's on here, it's not just mine. I'm probably more the business one. We have some, I'll be listed on Amazon.com. My book is not available yet. I'm still in the process of writing it, just sharing a little bit of it now. But go to worldstarhitradio.com and you'll be able to see all the amazing programs and shows that are on this radio station. And I'm sure that you'll be able to see where either your music or your show or your brand, will be able to fit. So, but normally we do interview other business owners, people doing positive things in the community, and so that's pretty awesome. And so that's one of the things I like about that. But one of the other things when it comes to sharing your testimony and really kind of revealing who you are, it's hard. Because now WorldStar Hit Radio, WorldStarHitradio.com. So one of the things that's hard is because now you're revealing a part of yourself, you're making yourself extremely vulnerable, and people have the opportunity to truly judge you. If anyone's ever seen any kind of programs on, you're welcome. If anyone's seen any programs or shows or anything like that, or people putting themselves out there on YouTube or even here on Periscope, you'll see, like, especially the popular individuals, you'll see all kinds of negative comments. You'll see positive ones, you'll see negative ones, you'll see people that don't even know each other getting into rants for whatever God knows reason why they even care. But it's just extremely vulnerable. So I hope that the book is going to be well received. You guys will be able to get some more information again on my website at connectingatlanta.net. So when the book does become available, we're going to do some more shows. So hopefully you guys will follow me here on Periscope, and you'll follow my Twitter page at connecting INATL. And I think that's about it. If there's any last questions, I'd love to be able to go ahead and share with you guys. But again, the book is going to be called The Tale of the Networker. The introduction is all about my story, and it really reveals some dark areas of my life and some light areas, and it really brings out to where I became today, to have a successful radio show on worldstarhitradio.com, to have successful business workshops that we do here in Atlanta, and we have our first large seminar that we're going to be doing on April 30th, so stay tuned. But the book is going to be, again, it's going to be going over networking works. Do you have the right circle for success? What to do with limited funds? How to develop who you want to become. Connecting Atlanta Radio. We are hosted every Tuesday at 8 o'clock from 8 to 8:30 on worldstarhitradio.com. I thank you all for tuning in today, and I hope you guys have a very successful and blessed New Year. Thank you.
The hottest music, R&B, hip hop, pop,
I still get
reggae, EDM, indie, old school,
side. Check it.
and sports talk.
Right here.
WorldStarHitRadio.com.